What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, Jonny Highrolla, coming at you with the intermission with another power video. Today going over Season 6, Episode 13. And this was a wild episode. This was the episode centered around Tommy out of the last 5 episodes, out of the final episodes. So we're going to get into it a little bit and kind of make our predictions for going forward on a few of the things that happened in the episode and recap, if everything that happened with Tommy is kind of how people think it should have worked out. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before we get into the video, if you could drop a like on the video, it really helps the channel as well. If you're liking the power content and want to see more content coming at you from the world of entertainment and sports, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be coming at you with a lot more content, not only on Power. I know Power's wrapping up here in just a couple weeks because Power Book 2 is coming out as well, and we'll have plenty of content on that coming up as well. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's get into it. So this episode was awesome, guys. I really enjoyed this one. Coming off that pause episode, I didn't really like that pause episode at all. I liked it. You kind of had to show a little bit of her backstory and kind of Angela's lineage a little bit, but it was so slow. It was super slow until the very end. This episode wasn't that way. There was a lot of confrontations in this episode that Tommy we had to see, with our eyes, because he didn't pack up and leave without confronting Tasha, talking to Tariq, and obviously we talked about the leaked video in our last video, going over the leak and the spoiler that came out over the weekend before the episode aired, how Tommy lost Ghost, and he decided it's time for him to get out of town. He starts off the episode, he's eating breakfast a little bit with his mom, and he sees the California orange juice. He's like, I'm thinking I'm gonna go out to California. And his mom kind of gives him a little attitude, kind of like, you're nothing without. Kind of implies that he's nothing without Ghost, and he can't go do that on his own, and he kind of really takes that personal. You can tell, and Tommy's the type of guy, he's not gonna let that happen. And throughout the episode, the key confrontations for him. Obviously, he goes up to Tasha. Okay, so he gets an evidence bag, and there's an earring from, I think, literally season 1, when Holly was like, I love those earrings, and she stole one of them, I believe. And one of the earrings was in the evidence bag. So he knew immediately that those were Tasha's earrings in Lakeisha's evidence bag. So he confronts Tasha on how she killed Lakeisha. And, if we didn't already know that Tasha was alive from the previous episodes, I would have 100% thought that Tommy was about to off Tasha. I mean, even though he had already taken a woman that James loves, or Ghost loves, and Angela, I mean, that's pretty deep right there. Like I said, if we didn't know that Tasha was alive from later episodes, I sure as hell would have thought that that Tommy would have took out Tasha. So that's just me. But that was an intense scene for sure. You could tell, he's just the relationship with Tasha is just so deep at this point. He had a hard time pulling the trigger. And it makes sense. I mean, they've been through a lot together. And then you could see later in the episode how Elisa Marie and the Italians are together. The Italians are taking care of her. Elisa Marie learns of what's going on with Benny. Benny's been taken out by Tommy. And she kind of, she's kind of oblivious to a couple things at the beginning. They meet up at the coffee shop or whatever with Tariq. And, they're talking with her, I think it was her aunt. And she's like, they're confronting Tariq, and Tariq's blatantly lying in front of them. And Elisa Marie's like, it's okay. But her aunt clearly could see through it, and he's like, this is not your friend. And immediately runs and tells Tommy everything about the recording on her necklace that Proctor had left on there for the evidence. And, she kind of learned real quick what's going on. She said he ran and told Tommy that after Tariq sat there. I don't know no Tommy. So Elisa Marie the whole time at the end of the episode, was talking to Tommy like, I know you killed my father. And it's pretty deep. We'll get into it in a second. But his beef with the Italians comes full circle for sure. After his conversation with Tariq, Tariq's talking about how he wants to take out Ghost, and Tommy's really trying to. And first of all, I can't stand Tariq at this point, y'all. I mean, this guy, he just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. He's ungrateful. He thinks he's a Ghost. He's a wannabe Ghost. I mean, and it's just a freaking bummer that if they're going to put this Power Book 2 out, it's going to be revolving around a freaking guy who's more like Dre than Ghost. So, shame that he might be the main character in something that's called Power Book 2 Ghost. But that's just my opinion. Y'all leave snitch comments about Tariq down below, because Tommy and Tariq conversate, and Tommy's like, let it go, dude. We've all backstabbed each other. We've all kind of done things. Everything's settling out. Like, let it go. And Tariq's like, nah, I can't do that. Yada, yada. And just being his typical hard-headed, selfish self. And he leaves that conversation, calls Vincent, calls the Italians, and tells Tommy he's going to Club Truth. They intercept Tommy, and Tommy decides to ram his car into him. They get in a big shootout. It's the shootout we saw in the Pinnacle trailer, or the Spectacle trailer that they released early in the season, where the car smashes, and you could see Tommy taking shots. He's got his gun, and he's kind of like ducked down taking shots. And man, it was intense because he's in that shootout with the Italians. He takes out all the Italians. He gets up to Vincent, and I mean, he clubs him in the head with the pistol about 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Yeah, that was a great scene right there. I really did enjoy that scene right there. And, he gets away. He kills the Italians. I wish he would have gotten a little more closure kind of on Vincent, and just kind of, not to made it a little more, this is for whatever, but it is what it is. It was an awesome kill for Tommy. I really liked that one. So the butt of the pistol really got the best of Vincent there. But Tommy survives the Italians. He gets to smash the USB from Elisa Marie, and she's like, "Did you kill my father? I know you killed my father." And he turns around. He's like, some things are it's just better. It doesn't matter if I did or I didn't. He didn't say no. He doesn't say he did. And it just kind of defines, that situation. And Elisa Marie just kind of started to understand he was trying to get away. She destroyed the evidence, her own father. She was becoming friends with the murderer of her father. So that was pretty deep as well. I thought that was, pretty heavy coming from that standpoint. And then, at the very end, he moves out. He's on his way to California, and he obviously, going back to the last video, we saw him with Ghost. He sees the killer up top, and like I said last time, y'all, it's someone that he cares about. He would not have held back on anyone else but Tariq or Tasha, and I think it was Tasha's. I can't stand Tasha or Tariq at this point, so it really does upset me that it's probably going to come down to those two. But man, I hate that Ghost just went out like that, man. Ghost kills all these. One of the commenters in my last video, shout out, said something about how, he's ran through all these drug kingpins, and now he's about to get killed by Tasha and Tariq. I mean, that'll aggravate me for sure, but it's definitely the most likely. I mean, unless they do pull some crazy stuff out of the hat on what happened, or if this was all a dream. Like I've gotten some theories as well in the past comments about this was all a dream. He's going to wake up and it's going to be something different, which would be an absolutely insane twist. I mean, I've seen a ton of different things from y'all guys, so drop y'all's theories down below on what you're thinking. Tommy's headed out to California, seemingly to link up with his new connect out on the West Coast that was implicated in a few episodes back at the beginning of Season 6, I believe. And I'm sure, hopefully, we'll get a Joseph Sikora / Tommy Egan sighting in Power Book 2. I mean, that would be great, because the series Power Book 2 picks up 48 hours later. Now, it might not be Tommy immediately in the series, but hopefully he makes a couple cameos. That would be awesome. So, Leave y'all's theories down below on the episode. This episode, I really liked it. I mean, I would give it a based on the episodes we've been seeing, like season 6 standards. That was like an 8 out of 10. That was really good. I enjoyed that episode, and I enjoyed what they did with Tommy, because you can't kill everybody. Tommy's got to, continue his thing, doing his thing. We'll hear about him later in the Power Book too, and that will be awesome. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below going forward. Who do y'all think shot Ghost? What do y'all think's going on? Obviously, it seems like Ghost is officially dead, but who really knows? The way he was like, let it go, let it go. Maybe there was a plan in place that we just have no idea about, because they're still going to twist us and turn us until, we're left guessing, until we're officially down to the conclusion, which I think will probably shock us all. So it's going to be great. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to tune in for some more Power content.